Maybe it's been a long, hard day. Maybe you have trouble sleeping at night, or maybe you just wanted to treat yourself this evening. Whatever the reason is, you've made an excellent choice in finishing off your day with this gentle vinyasa flow. Welcome to Healing Haus Yoga, where we can come together no matter how far we may roam. Hi, I'm Melissa, and I will be leading you through today's gentle vinyasa flow to help you find stillness, get the best sleep possible, and be ready and refreshed for tomorrow. If you're new here, take a second and subscribe to the channel down below. It really is the best way to support free yoga and bring our little community together. If you feel like utilizing it, a blanket would make a great prop in today's practice. So take a second, gather that to you, and when you're ready, I'll see you on the mat. We will begin this evening's practice in a standing meditation. So making your way onto your mat, find mountain pose, and then bringing hands to heart center. Allow the eyes to close. Pressing the feet into the mat, just begin to arrive. Maybe noticing our breath without necessarily changing anything just yet. Just noticing the inflow and outflow of breath. And then setting aside everything that's come before and anything that's to come after. Coming entirely into the present and settling into stillness. On the next inhale, reach arms out and overhead, and right hand clasping the left wrist. Exhale and lean to the right. Reaching through fingertips and left heel, find length in the side body. Inhaling, come back to center, and left hand capturing the right wrist as you exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Releasing the hands, find length in the fingertips. And as you exhale, hinge at the hips, finding a forward fold. Finding some motion here, maybe paddling the feet, or finding a bend in the knees and clasping opposite elbows. And finding a gentle sway. For a more intense stretch of the cervical spine, you can clasp hands at the base of the skull and allow the elbows to hang heavy. And coming into stillness, we'll release the hands and with an inhale, lift halfway, bringing the spine parallel to the mat. Then exhaling, forward fold, planting the palms and stepping back to downward facing dog. Hips reach up and back, and heels reach for the mat. Fingertips spread wide and the head hangs heavy. Maybe you find some motion here in your down dog. Pedaling your feet, wagging your tail, shaking the head yes and no. Taking a moment to notice where you are in your body. I always find that down dog is great for letting me know just where I am in my body, where I'm feeling tight or tired. And it's great for taking stock. Coming into stillness, we'll begin to move through a moon salutation. And then inhale, come all the way up onto your tippy toes. Reach the hips high. And as you exhale, release the heels and release the knees and finding child's pose. Bringing big toes to touch, spread the knees wide. Forehead comes to rest on the mat and arms reach long. Then inhaling, find tabletop, come to hands and knees. Wrists over ankles and hips over knees. Then exhale, find downward facing dog, reaching the hips up and back. Inhaling, bring big toes to touch and reach the right leg long behind you, keeping the hips square. And as you exhale, step the right foot forward for a low lunge. Inhale, as you rise, reach arms up and overhead, fingertips reach long. Exhaling, release the hands and step the back foot forward, finding a forward fold. And finding a deep bend in your knees, come into a low crouch. Inhaling, reaching arms forward in front of you, bringing them parallel to the edge of the mat. Exhale, release the hands, straighten the legs, find a forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach arms out and overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach and lift, find length and a gentle back bend. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees and find that low crouch again. Inhaling, reaching arms out in front of you, bringing them parallel to the mat. Exhaling, release. Straighten the legs, find a forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, plant the palms and step the right foot back for a low lunge. Inhaling as you rise. Exhale, release the hands and step the front foot back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come up onto your tippy toes, reach the hip high. And exhaling, release the heels, release the knees, come into tabletop. Inhale. Exhale, find child's pose. Release the hips back and down. Forehead comes to rest on the mat. Inhaling. Tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Meeting up in down dog, bring big toes to touch, and inhale, lift the left leg high. Keeping the hips square. As you exhale, step the left foot forward, finding a low lunge. Inhale, reach arms up and overhead. The left hand capturing the right wrist. As you exhale, lean to the left. Inhaling, come back to center. Exhaling, release the hands. Step the back foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach arms out and overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach and find length. Gaze goes skyward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms and step the left foot back for a low lunge. Inhaling as you rise. Right hand clasps the left wrist. And as you exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, come back to center. And exhaling, release the hands. Framing the front foot, we'll set up for lizard. Allowing the back knee to release. Option to pad your knee here with a blanket. And stepping the back knee as far back as is comfortable for you. With hands coming to the inside edge of the front foot, turn the front toes out and bring the heel inwards. Allowing the knee to be just outside of the right side body. Gaze is neutral and down. You can stay here if this is serving your body best, or if you need a deeper stretch, begin to release down onto blocks or your forearms. On your next inhale, press into your palms, lift the torso, tucking the back toes. As you exhale, step the front foot back to plank, lowering all the way down onto your belly, bringing the hands a few inches in front of shoulders. Inhale, find low cobra, lifting the chest and gently tractioning the hands backwards. Exhale, release, tuck the toes, hands come directly under shoulders. And find downward facing dog. Meeting up in down dog, step the left foot forward and lowering the back knee, finding the padding once more if you'd like it. We'll set up for lizard. Hands are to the inside of the front foot, toes point out, heel points in, and the front knee is just to the outside of the left side body. Option to stay here if this feels good, or you can begin to lower down on your next exhale to blocks or maybe forearms. And maybe the front knee spills outward. On the next inhale, press into the palms, lifting the torso, tucking the back foot, Step the front foot back and find downward facing dog. Meeting up in down dog, allow the knees to release and we'll come into tabletop. For thread the needle, rooting through the left palm. Then inhale, reach the right hand high. Finding an open twist, gaze comes to the right fingertips. And then exhaling, thread the right arm underneath the left. Coming to rest on the right shoulder and right ear. Reaching the left fingertips long overhead and at a diagonal, maybe finding a tenting in the fingers. And a squareness in the hips. And take a few breaths here. With an inhale, begin to unwind, come back to tabletop. Then reaching the left arm high overhead, find an open twist, gaze comes towards left fingertips. And exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right, coming to rest on the left shoulder. Right arm goes long and at a diagonal overhead, maybe tenting the fingertips. Inhale, unwind, and find tabletop. And then exhaling, child's pose, bringing big toes to touch, knees go wide. Forehead rests easy on the mat. Arms are long overhead. And we'll find a shoulder opening here. Bending the elbows, bring hands to the base of the skull, palms touching. Fingers pointing towards the sky. And walking your elbows as far forward as feels good. To go deeper into this stretch, you can find your blocks and placing them underneath your elbows, create an elevation. With an inhale, begin to unwind, setting your props aside if you used your blocks. And we'll make our way onto our back, finding supine bent knees. Feet will be flat, knees will be bent. And then finding reclined pigeon. With an inhale, reach the right leg high, pressing through the heel. And exhaling, crossing the right ankle over the left thigh, finding a figure 4. Feet are flexed and we begin to press gently the right knee away from the shoulder. Bringing the ankle and the knee towards the same plane. And if you're finding that this serves you best, creating a nice stretch in the right hip, you can stay here. Or to go deeper into this stretch, you can reach through the legs and capturing the left thigh or shin. Begin to hug the left leg towards your chest, allowing the head and shoulders to rest on the mat. With an inhale, unwind. And finding supine bent knees. Extending the left leg towards the ceiling, reach to the heel, and then exhaling, crossing the left ankle over the right thigh. Finding that figure 4. Gently guiding the left knee away from the shoulder. And you can stay here, or to go deeper, you can thread the left hand through the legs and capturing the right shin or thigh with both hands. Begin to hug the right leg into your chest. Being sure if you lifted head and shoulders to capture the leg, to recline them back once more, allowing them to rest easy. And with an inhale, unwind and coming into supine with legs long. As you exhale, hug the right knee into the chest, leaving left leg long. Inhaling, drawing the right knee a little bit closer to your shoulder. And then exhale, drape the knee across the body, finding a supine twist. Arms come wide in a T, and gaze comes towards the right fingertips. Inhale, unwind, legs reach long, and exhaling, hug the left knee into the chest. Inhaling, drawing it a little bit closer to the left shoulder, and then exhaling, draping left knee across the body. Arms come wide into a T, and gaze comes towards the left. Inhaling, release and unwind. And as you exhale, find happy baby. With knees wide, hands capture the thighs or the shins, or maybe the outside edges of the feet. And we find a gentle rocking here. Getting those last few wiggles out, preparing us for stillness. Maybe extending one leg long and then the other. And then finding stillness with an inhale, bring soles of feet to touch. As you exhale, hug the toes in towards the forehead. And then releasing out, finding your final resting posture. Perhaps corpse pose serves you best this evening. Lying on your back with legs long and arms long by your side. Welcoming any props, help to serve you in this posture. Maybe a blanket or a block underneath your head, or draped over you to keep you warm. I will mind the time while you enjoy the stillness, and I will let you know when it's time to release your meditations. Beginning to bring awareness back into the body. Maybe finding motion in your fingers and your toes. If it feels good, maybe finding a full body stretch, reaching arms long overhead. And in your own time, finding your way onto your side. Taking just the last few moments to gather up the stillness, the competence, the peace that we've cultivated today in our practice. Knowing sleep will come easily tonight. On the next inhale, press into your palms and we'll make our way into an easy seat. Reaching arms out and overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart center. The light in me honors and acknowledges the light in each and every one of you. Together we say, Namaste. What a beautiful practice you have. I just want to thank you so much for taking the time and trusting me to lead you through that sequence. If you found value in today's video, please take a second and give it a thumbs up. It really does help me serve you best. Or maybe if you prefer, you can leave a comment down below or give me a shout at our website at healinghouseyoga.com. I really enjoyed practicing with you today, and I look forward to seeing you again. Until next time, be well.